Hey everyone, this is Bhumika. In this video, I'm going to talk about auto layout. Usually what I've seen that most of us face this problem, like how to use auto layout and what is fixed content, what is fill content, what is hug content. We usually confuse within these terms and how to use it properly. So I'm going to cover these things in this video. Please make sure that you watch the video till the end. So without doing any further ado, let's get started. In the Figma, I'm going to work on few exercises where we will be moving step by step and learning that how to use auto layout. Firstly, I'm going to start with the basics. Then we will be moving to the intermediate level. So let's firstly start with the button. So here is our phase one, and firstly, we will be working on the button. So here I'm going to select this text and also press shift on my keyboard to select this logo. And just to add an auto layout, you need to press Shift A on your keyboard to create an auto layout. So here, everything is now in a single frame. And now I'm going to add a fill to it. So you can see that now we have created a background. And here, we need to work on the padding as well so that there is some space between the upper part or the left or the right section. So here I'm going to firstly work on the horizontal padding and also the vertical one. Also add a corner radius to it. So here we have covered the basic part and also created our button. So this is how you can add the auto layout to a button and keep everything in a single frame. Now I'm going to move to the phase 2, and here we will be understanding how to use fixed, hug and fill system. So here we have text. Now what I'm going to do, I'm just going to add auto layout to it by pressing Shift A on my keyboard, and everything is in a single frame. Now going to add fill to it. Also adjust the padding from here so that there is some spacing between it. And as it is done, now what we need to see that the frame that we have created here and the text that is inside this frame is responsive or not. So if I decrease its size, you can see that the text is going outward to the frame. Some part is in the right section and some is in the left section. So we need to work on it, and how I'm going to do that. Firstly, if you see here, the text is in fixed width. So what is mean here that your text is fixed, it will not going to move anywhere. If your text is in the center part, so if you decrease the size of the frame, it will only going to remain in the center, not going to move to left or right. So here what I want, that my content should be filled in a filled container. So here, what is your container? Your container is this white frame that we have here, this white frame. So this is your container. And in the container, you have added a text. So if you select the fill container, what it means that you have filled your text in a container. So you need to select fill container so that when you adjust its size, it should also adjust according to the size your container is taking. You can see the red arrows over here while I'm selecting the fill container. So this is mean that it will going to cover this part when I select this. So you can see that it has covered the part when I've selected the fill container. But if I select this container, and here if I see the option, so here we have fixed. So why it is fixed? Why I can't see the fill? So here the thing is that why you are not seeing the fill container, because you don't have anything. You can't fill this part to anything. Do you have any container inside it? Is this part is inside anything? Do you see anything? So this is alone. This is not inside anything. That's why you can't see the fill option over here. But your text is inside this frame. So that's why here we can choose the option of fill. So every time when you have created any frame, you need to select fill container for either the text or anything that you have added in the frame. So here I've selected fill, and this part need to be remain hug content, because here hug means like you are hugging somebody. You are hugging somebody, you have just binded it. So that's why we have selected hug content. And now if I adjust the size, so you can see now our text is working as responsive. As I decrease the size of the frame, the text size is also adjusting according to it. Now I'm going to move towards the pastry. I hope you have understand that what is fixed and fill content. Even you have understand what is hub content, get a clarity on it. But if you haven't, we will be moving forward with the other exercises as well, where you get a clarity related to it. So we are on our phase 3 and we will be creating a design, something like this. So let's start working on it. So firstly, I'm going to create an auto layout for these tabs. So select all of these and press Shift A on the keyboard to create an auto layout. So here I'm going to add the auto layout individually to our text, image, or the buttons. And always remember that you should create the auto layout individually. Don't add it in a combined form. Like it will going to trouble you while you are adjusting your design. So make sure to do it individually. So here we have added an auto layout, and now I'm going to combine the rest of the part over here. Press Shift A and add an auto layout. We need to select the rest of the part over here and add an auto layout to it. So now what I'm going to do that I need to add this part here. So take it here and just off it. So now I'm going to add this part over here. So you can see that it has below our text. I'm going to move both. And now what I want here, that firstly I wanted little pictures to adjust our content. And now what I want, that I want this part over here on the right section of the text. So how we can do that? So firstly, if you select this frame, if you select this part over here, you can see that the arrow is in downward direction, like in the vertical layout. And if I select horizontal layout over here, so like it become messy, but although in some way it had worked out, we want our text and this part to the right section, so it has worked in some way. So what we need to do over here, that we just need to select this text and the part over here, and now we need to add an auto layout to it by pressing Shift A, and here you need to select this horizontal layout. So you can see that it has added it to the right section, but we need to adjust the spacing between. Okay, so now I'm going to adjust spacing. So just going to move it to the corner. So yeah, we are done with this part. Now what I need to do, that I need to add in here, if you see the design, the icons are below the text, and we need to add the icons over here. So how we will be doing it? So first we select all the icons, and here you need to add an auto layout to it as well, and press Shift A and add an auto layout and move it below the text. just drop it here. Yeah, we are done with our icons. So also we need to add this progress bar. Just take it below the icons and just drop it over here. So your progress bar is also added, but I think I have missed something. Or going to this command set on my keyboard. So firstly, we need, if you see, we haven't text and a progress bar over here. So we need to add an auto layout to it. Firstly, add an auto layout and then move it below the icons. So yeah, your progress bar is added. Now, one thing more that we need to add here is this cross icon. So how I'm going to add it, I need to add it over here. So before adding it, like here, I need to add it to the frame. You see here. Let's go to our right side panel, and here you see an absolute position. Just click on that. And now, like, the button will be floating on the screen very easily, and you can adjust it anywhere, wherever you want. So I'm going to put it over here and adjust later on. So first, just add a padding to it. So we need to add some padding to it. Please say this padding will be very shameful. So here we go. Now add a fill color to it. So yeah, we are done with the fill part. So as I've just increased the width, I also need to work on some of the part where its width has increased like this. It has been adjusted, and now firstly I'm going to adjust the position of the button over here, and also adjust its spacing a little bit. Okay, so that is fine. Now what we need to look over here, that is our design is responsive or not. So if I decrease the size of a design, you can see that the progress bar is going outside the frame. This part is on its position, not moving with the frame. Even the text is not adjusting, fixed, and also this part is not adjusting. So we need to work on these parts. So firstly, what you need to do, that you need to firstly check that is everything is filled or not, as we have done earlier. So here, if I select the stats, so here we firstly need to add the fill container, and now also check this. So it's also filled. Okay, fine. And say, and also check for the text. So your text is filled. Our text is filled, and also the images 15 fields contain, and let's like do the changes for the rest of the part. Here we need to add fill container. Now this is also fixed. You need to change it to fill container. Do the same thing for the icons as well. So here we have checked that everything is in fill container. Now if I adjust the size, you can see that the text are adjusting according to the frame size, but we also need to work on the rest of the part. Like, we need to check that why they are not adjusting. So firstly, if you see that it is in fixed position, so why is that so? We need to check it. So if I have selected it, you can see that it is in fixed width. We need to add fill container to it. The same goes for the subheading. So subheading is filled. So here are Times Square is in half content. We need to add fill container to it. So from here, what I'm going to do is to see that once I've added fill container to it, my square section is going downward, but I need a proper fill container over here. So what I'm going to do that I'm going to keep my minimum width say 140 or let's say 140 or 8 or up to 154. So here I have added the minimum width to it, but uh, now it is in filled fill container only. So now what I'm going to do that I'm going to check for the rest of the part whether they are in fill container or not. So now if we adjust the size of a fill, still the progress bar is working well, the button is working well. Even I think the icons are not working well. We need to work on the icons. So firstly here I'm going to work on the tag section. So firstly what we need to do with the tag is that here there is an option of wrap. Just wrap it. And the same you need to do for it. Here we need to wrap this section as well. Now for our icons, you need to see that why they are not moving to downward as the size is decreasing. So if now I adjusted size, you can see that everything is working responsive. And this is how like you can adjust everything in your design by using the auto layout. And also make sure that you look for the fill containers and the hub content while you are adjusting your design. Now I'm going to move forward with the phase 4 where we will be working on the form section. And now what I'm going to do that firstly I'm going to add these two in an auto layout. Next these two, and also add an auto layout to it individually. Same goes for the button. And here there is also an already have an auto layout. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to select all of these in a frame and going to add an auto layout to it. So just press Shift A on a keyboard and add an auto layout to it. Then for these two buttons, add an auto layout. Press Shift A. So for these 4 things, I have firstly I've individually added an auto layout. Then I have selected all of these and created a single frame. Then for these 3, now I'm going to select all of these and I'm going to add an auto layout to it. Now what you need to do that firstly add and fill color to it. So firstly add and fill to it. So as we have added fill, now we need to adjust padding. So also the off on the vertical padding a little bit. Now I am going to change its color so that we can see up form properly. So I need to change this color. So here is a form. If we see its responsiveness after adding an auto layout, so you can see that like the buttons are not working properly. They are not like decreasing its size according to the size that we are decreasing here. So we need to check that why we decrease its size. So firstly, same thing that we have done earlier, everything should be filled. Next, check for the single frame. So it is fill and here is hub content. So it is fine. Also this part is also fine. If we see the login, so we already have fill and hub content over here, but also check individually whether it has fill or not. Now, if we check for these buttons, so here we have fill and hub content. but inside it, there is also fine. So here I need to check for this part. So it is pinned and hug. The same goes for this. Also this section works fine. I'm going to adjust this off. So we're going to select fill container field. Change it over here. Also check for this. So it worked fine. And now if I see the sections and decrease the size, so you can see that it is now working fine. Like as I decrease its size, you can now see that the Google and the Facebook buttons are also adjusting according to the size of the frame. So this is how like you can work on the auto layouts and learn and practice that how to use it for different kind of a design. In the upcoming videos, I'm going to come up with more complex ones where we will be working on dashboard and creating a tables that how to create a table that can be responsive. So that is a broad topic that I will be covering in the upcoming videos. So I hope you understand that how to use the fixed fill and hug content. So this is the end of the video, and I hope you get to know that how to use auto layout for different design. Also, please make sure that you practice these things. And if you like this video, please let me know in the comment section and also give a thumbs up to this video. And I will be coming up with more new UX design related content and covering the topics like Figma, UI design and UX design. So please subscribe to my YouTube channel and don't forget to press the bell icon so that you don't miss any updates regarding my new videos. So till then, stay tuned and I will see you in my next video.